Hello and welcome. You join me, ADG, and here we are for race 4 from the Fusion Lobby of the Mature Racing Club's Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship. So this time round we have yet another half an hour race around Nürburgring GP, and this is the reverse grid race. So this grid order is determined by the finishing results from Sardegna and then reversed. So we'll quickly go through it. We have Rick 33 GTR in first position. We have, in the Jaguar F-Type. We have Pav in second in the Alfa Romeo 4C. We have Street Boy in third in the McLaren. We have Faithlessimo in the McLaren in fourth as well. We have CJW in fifth in the Megane. Ginger Crackhead is in sixth in the Megane. We have White Shark Phil in seventh in the Scirocco. JRC takes up 8th position in the Megane. Robo Sahud's in the Megane as well in 9th. Eddie G123 is in 10th in the Honda NSX. White Shark Jim is in 11th in the Audi TT. We've got VQS Dawson in 12th in the Megane, and then we have winner of race 3, Moz, in 13th in the Megane as well. So without much further ado, we'll jump on board with pole sitter Rick, look back from his perspective as we get underway. I'll do my best to catch as much action as possible. So away we go, and Rick gets a great launch off the line. Manages to pull way ahead of Pav, not even a concern into T1. Tricky corner into T1, especially on the first lap whilst it's all bunched up. T1 at Nürburgring is a tight little corner. A little hairpin really, tight little right hand hairpin. Opens up on the exit a little bit, but certainly a tight apex to get round. So CJW running side by side with JRC behind and manages to make it work, gets himself up into fourth, great work. Going back through the field a little bit, we've got Street Boy and Ginger Crackhead side by side with me sat behind them. Street Boy with the inside line, Ginger Crackhead still got the car side by side with him though, so he gets the inside for the next corner. Street Boy gets a little tap from me, did apologise at the time, just caught me out a little bit on the brakes. Street Boy getting the run now to try and make the move work around the outside on Ginger Crackhead. Battling for 6th position here. And it's all kicking off behind. We have Moz trying to get through this field as quickly as possible. He's one of the quickest guys in Fusion at the moment, so he'll be looking to make any opportunity work to get through this field as ASAP. White Shark Jim and myself going side by side, little door rub, and I end up losing out, dropping down into 9th. Keeping an eye on the cars ahead, there's no one side by side, so not a great deal going on. All respectful stuff coming towards the end of lap 1. Me and Moz end up going side by side, bit of contact, I don't know where I was really meant to go at that point. Moz dived down the inside. Rightly so though, we sorted it out between us, no big deal, and carried on. We'll jump further up, see if anyone's making a move into T1. We've got Pav looking down the inside of Rick, but not actually going for a committed move. CJW pulled a little gap away from JRC behind him now, so the top 5 all split up slightly. Oh, Pav and Rick getting closer actually. Pav's right on the back of Rick now, looking for a different line out of the corner to make something work. Not quite getting the run down that last little bit of a straight though to get anything done, so he just sits in behind. Certainly challenging hard for the lead is Pav. Wants to try and get away as well early doors before all the faster guys come through from the back arguably and start catching up. It's not always the case, but that is sometimes the case in a reverse grid race. So top 5 have got away a little bit. Ginger Crackhead's got a bit of a gap to make up to JRC in front of him. And Ginger Crackhead's now followed by Moz, so Moz has weighed his way through those cars pretty quickly. He was in 10th a moment ago and finds himself in 7th now, so good work from Moz, making mincemeat of his competition, me being one of them. So me and White Shark Jim battling away for 8th position. I just felt like I didn't have the pace in that NSX in this race. I don't know what was wrong with me, or if it was the car or what. I'm going to blame myself because there's nothing wrong with the car, to be fair. But yeah, I just could not get it going in this race whatsoever. So I felt like I was just better off letting people past rather than actually slowing them down. Just because I was going to save myself from losing time as well by doing that and battling away with anyone. So Dawson's still a bit of work to do. Finds himself in 11th position after the last corner on lap 2. Robertson as well, similar. He's dropped right to the back, so he's got a bit of work to do. I've missed what's happened there to Roberts, but I'll have to ask him. It's not gone well for him this race so far. JRC dropping back a little bit as well, so JRC was up in 7th, I think it was, not so long ago, so a few little incidents creeping in. I managed to have missed all of them because I'm such a professional at all this stuff. The day someone pays me is the day I'll get slightly better. That's a day I could say I'm a professional. I better make an effort now. No, I do make an effort. I do it in my own little way. So Mo's getting past Faithless Emo. Ooh, or does it? Down the inside. Quite a long sweeping right-hander is that one, even though it's quite tight. So he gets it done on the exit, and Moz is up into 4th. Good move on Emo there. CJW up into 3rd now. Really good racing from CJW, and he's on the back of Pav in 2nd. So putting the pressure on, seeing, oh, a bit of contact there. Just got the braking wrong there by the look of it, CJW, and just goes into the back of Pav. Didn't look to affect Pav too badly, but it will have caught him out a little bit, no doubt. But no big deal at the moment. Keep an eye on CJW though, he's definitely on the move. Don't really know what else to watch as well, because it seems like a bit of a mixed race, there's all sorts going on. I can't catch everything. Dropped off a little bit from where he was half a lap ago. He's got the run now, he's got on board with him. Pav's going to have a go at Rick. Nope. Oh, I think that was a little bit of contact there from CJW. Did he go into the back of Pav? I don't know if it did, but sounded like there was a little contact somewhere. But it didn't look like Pav was affected, so not sure what happened there, but there's definitely a bit of noise of contact. Maybe it was Moz tapping the back of CJW. He's got right onto the back of him all of a sudden. So great racing for the top spots. I feel that Moz is going to make his way through. At some point though, he's made mincemeat of us further back. And don't forget, he started right at the back in 13th position, did Moz. So great racing on lap 4 to be in 4th position. He's obviously proving to be one of the quicker guys in the Fusion Elite lobby. No, great racing going on at the top. I'm just going to skip through, see what else is going on. Faithful Seymour dropped down into 5th now. Had a good start, and he's having a good race so far, but lost a few positions. Jim doing his best in the TT to make up as many positions as possible from the back of the grid. Ginger Crackhead having a good race in 7th. They're all pretty close, these guys, slipstreaming each other. And then we've got a big gap to White Shark, Phil, JRC, Dawson and myself. Robert Hood right in 12th position behind everyone else. At the moment, that is. Coming towards the 10-minute marker in this race. I say that with 2 minutes off it, so that's not very accurate, but we're so accurate with our race timings, and then when I say stuff like that, I round it up to the nearest 5 minutes. The irony. Well, look at this battle going on. Got Ginger Crackhead involved, but it's mainly Faithless Emo looking to get past Jim. We'll keep an eye on this for a little bit and then we'll jump a bit further up and watch the guys towards the top again. See if anything's changed or what's going on. CJW is still leading away from Moz in 4th position at the moment. So CJW holding him off nicely. We'll go back to that. Oh, just as I said that has changed. So Moz has literally just got past him. CJW looking to maybe have a sniff back. Nope, it's gone for the outside line, unless he's coming for the undercut. No, Moz has got it done there, so gets past CJW. CJW had a good couple of laps of holding him off though, and he certainly puts on the pressure, does Moz. So Moz now free to try and catch Pav in front. And Pav's looks like he's either equal pace or being slightly held up by Rick in front, but just can't quite get past. So now he's finding himself getting caught incredibly quickly by Moz. And is Moz going to make a move this time round into the last chicane of the track? Oh, gets a good run on the exit. Nowhere really to go though. Pav's blocked it. Oh, good move there from Moz. Runs it around the outside and actually gets the run. Keeps the momentum going around the outside of the corner. And pulls past Pav before they even get to the braking zone for T1 on lap 6 now. Pav's down the inside though. Got the inside covered, goes side by side and gets his 2nd position back, but now he finds himself on the outside. What can he do to Moz now? They run it side by side. This is great stuff. Moz is now pulled right up to the back of Rick though, so he doesn't want to be battling with Pav any longer. He wants to try and get past Rick in front. So heating up at the front, this. Great stuff going on. Can Rick hold this pressure? He's got Moz behind him now. Winner of race 3, already won a race tonight. Or the night when we race, that is. I'm recording this on a Sunday, but we race on a Friday. Oh, Moz getting a little tip from Pav. Tip, tap, should I say. A little bit of contact between Pav and Moz, and I've lost my words for some reason. White Shark Jim's getting involved now. Oh, great move from White Shark Jim. Absolutely tiny bit of contact between Pav and Moz, but it's made a massive difference. And White Shark Jim, I'm going to go back actually. I don't often go back in my replays, but I'm going to go back to Jim there, go on board with him, and watch how that one developed, because there's the tap from Pav. Also, CJW got involved in that as well, through no fault of his own. Pav stopped in front of him, so he went into the back of him. And look at that, it just gives Jim the run to get through. So it just takes 2 places. Thank you very much. I'll have that, he says. And just goes through up into 3rd. So that worked out perfectly for Jim. The timing was impeccable. Meanwhile, it leaves Pav and CJW side by side, more or less, scrapping away for 4th position all of a sudden. So, move of the day there from, in my opinion, there from Jim. Not that he really had to do much, but it just worked out perfectly for him. Sometimes it goes that way in racing. The timing's absolutely impeccable. 5 people might crash in front of you, but somehow you manage to find a little gap and get through, and that's it. 5 people in one little space. So anyway, Faithless Emo slowly dropping back in this race. In 6th now, still having a decent one. I did notice actually, I watched this replay back yesterday, and I did notice, don't want to have a go at anyone or anything, but it wasn't. The McLaren is notorious for having to short shift it, and he was revving it out all the way, so I fear that's where Faithless Emo was maybe losing a little bit of pace. It was he's maybe forgotten that the McLaren actually benefits from short shifting rather than revving it out. There we go. Oh, that's Rick sat at the side of the track in the barriers. So Rick's big incident there for Rick. Dropped right back down. Oh, and then we see, yeah, what happened there then? So Rick's right at the back now. Feel sorry for him. Sorry, no, it wasn't Rick. Let's have a look. Let's go back and actually watch that. I've missed that. Who was that? It was Rick. Right, we're on board with Rick then. So Rick coming through. And it happens here. Oh, what's happened there? Looks like he's disconnected. Yep, looks like he's disconnected or something's happened there to Rick's steering wheel or something like that. So, yeah, really bad one for Rick. I didn't catch that yesterday when I watched it. I saw him drop down, but I never looked into why. So, really unfortunate. It was up there at the top. So that's going to be a bit gutting for him and dropping out of the race because of that. So that promotes a couple of the guys that were higher up into the podium positions. Skip through and see what else is going on. We want to see a bit of action. Faithful Simo and JRC having a good race together. JRC looks like he's closing in on the back of Faithful Simo. It wasn't quite that close a moment ago. So we'll keep an eye on that and see what JRC can do. See if we can get that 6th position off Faithless. Faithless missed the first opening round last week, so he's down a few points already in the championship. But thankfully he's joined us this week round. Made up the numbers a little bit more. A good close battle going on between these two. Nothing argy-bargy or too aggressive going on there. Oh, looked like JRC had a little bit of a sniff for the apex there, but not quite enough room to dive down the inside. So we're roughly around the halfway mark now, and we will start seeing the pit stop. So we've got Jim in and we've got Phil in at the same time, both the White Shark family. Robert Hood has now made his way back up the field from the back, and as we speak, he's side by side with Dawson and gets himself up into 9th position. If he can get past Dawson, it'll be 8th. So Dawson in 8th. Oh no, sorry, Robert is in 8th. Dawson's in 7th. So someone's just dropped back there. Pav. It's Pav who's unfortunately just had an incident. I'm going to go back. Never do these skip back normally, but I will do this time. So let's go back and go on board with Pav. Who's he got behind him? CJW behind. See what happens here. Because he's dropped back a long way, Pav, so it's not just a little moment. Oh! That was CJW into the back of him. You can see CJ waiting for him on the right hand side there, which is the right thing to do. They're getting swamped by other cars though, so it's cost them big time already. Oh, I thought he was going to catch it then. Oh, so that's what happened. So Pav with the dirty tyres gets going again, but then unfortunately just loses it. And that looked very odd indeed. You wouldn't expect anyone to lose it where he did then, but I dare say that's to do with the dirty tyres. So yeah, that little off caused by contact from CJW has cost him big time there. Unfortunate for Pav, and I think he drops out of the race at this point if I remember rightly. So that's a bad one. I didn't go on board with CJW, I don't know quite how hard he hit him, but it certainly sent him off track. I wasn't really expecting CJW to come, so I wasn't watching him. So yeah, that's what happened to Pav. And unfortunately, it's ruined his race a little bit. CJW's up another position as well as everyone else now. I don't know why I said CJW, I just jumped on board with him, so that's why I said him. Everyone else has gained a position out of that, with Pav dropping out. So everyone's gone up one. So the race at the top has died off a little bit. Moses gained a nice little lead away from Ginger Crackhead. Ginger Crackhead having a great race in second place there. He's a brilliant racer, is Ginger Crackhead, and he deserves some good results. So good to see him in second. JRC in third. Oh, the pits are getting lively. So CJW and Faithlessimo diving into the pits together. Dawson now up into fourth. Oh, sorry, into fifth. White Shark Jim in fourth. So Dawson's had a really good race here as well. It's taken him a little bit longer than most to make his way through the field, but slowly but surely he's getting there. And he started in 12th position, did Dawson, now up into 5th. And looking to make a move as we speak on White Shark Jim. Diving down the inside, room to be able to do it. Jim leaves a tiny bit of room, doesn't quite get the exit perfect, and just has to tuck back in behind Jim. But we're looking to make the move anytime soon, Will Dawson. Not saying that Jim's slow though, Jim's perfectly capable. Won the race last week, so he's more than capable as Jim. I don't know why, every time I watch Dawson I just expect him to be coming through the field. He normally doesn't disappoint. We'll go through a little bit. So we've got Robert Sword in 6th, Faithlessimo in 7th, CJW in 8th, White Shark Phil in 9th, and I round out the top 10 because there's only 10 of us. There's a few people that left this race, unfortunately, but I am in 10th. So guarantee the top 10 finish for everyone, which is always nice to hear, and especially when you're racing in Fusion. Not the best way of achieving it, granted, but I'll take it. Well, CJW in 8th now after the pit stop. Did a great job on the opening stint of this race though, so would expect him to be chasing down the guys in front again. See what else is going on. We've got the Battle of Dawson and White Shark Jim continuing. On to lap 10 now. 19 minutes into this race, so nearly 2/3 of the way gone. Hopefully you enjoy these races. I really enjoy watching them back and doing the commentary for everyone, so if you're involved in it especially, hopefully you enjoy them. And if you do so, feel free to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and do all that good stuff. Share it if you like, and certainly leave me a comment if you feel there's anything you want to say to me. Don't be scared. Thank you for watching though, I do massively appreciate it. It makes it all worthwhile basically. If no one watched, what would be the point in actually doing these videos? So thank you. I keep wanting to watch Moz, but he's not got a lot going on around him, so it makes me reluctant to watch him. But I'm still giving him plenty of credit. He's had a really good race at Sardegna, the one before this, and now he's pulling it out of the bag with the reverse grid race as well, and holding that first position nicely with 10 minutes to go. Dawson's got through. Typical, I missed it. Dawson's just got past White Shark Jim somewhere along the way on this lap. Saw him slipstreaming him into T1, but I didn't stick with them. The top 5 are all pretty close to the Moz that's secured first position, I dare say, at the moment. Unless there's a big incident, he's on easy street now. But Ginger Crackhead, JRC, VQS Dawson and White Shark Jim all incredibly close. Three wide as a dive into T1. Oh, a little bump from the TT of White Shark Jim coming in behind as well. So tap the back of Ginger Crackhead, but Dawson going I'm going to replay that one as well. Sorry about all the replays if it's a bit longer than you would have expected. So going on board with Dawson in 4th position. Watch this. Goes to the inside, no fear. Hits the brakes pretty late. About as late as I would normally expect to brake. Never mind down the inside. And just gets the job done nicely. Absolutely perfect move. Executed beautifully on JRC and Ginger Cracker there. Must have felt absolutely mugged. If they've never been mugged in real life, then they've just been mugged through that corner then. But great move from Dawson. Just saw the opportunity, got the braking done absolutely impeccably, and made sure there's no contact. Good awareness from JRC and Ginger Cracker at the same time to make sure there was no big contact through there. But yeah, awesome move. 3 wide into that corner is not easy. Let's go a little bit further back again. Robbo's just driving around on his own. Let's just give a bit of a perspective to the rest of the race. CJW still chasing down Faithful Seymour. Feels like this battle's been going on for a while now. Fair few laps anyway. White Shark Phil just watching from a distance, and then you've got me just dawdling around. Might as well be on a Sunday drive. Just looking for a nice quiet spot to pull up and have a picnic. Fortunately, there's not that many quiet spots at the side of a motorsport track, a racing track, racing circuit. How many different ways can you say it? I do want to just stick with this battle to see what happens, but at the same time I'm intrigued to see what's going on with the guys in the top, well, mainly from 2nd to 4th really. Dawson, oh, looking back from Dawson now he's got through with that awesome move we saw in the last lap. Oh, White Shark Jim down the inside, so White Shark Jim is down the inside of JRC. Oh, a bit of contact. JRC loses the rear end but catches it nicely. Loses the momentum out of there though. Ooh, just got a little bit argy-bargy through there, but I'm sure it was nothing intentional from the guys. But that sees Jim up into 3rd. JRC in 4th and Ginger Cracker in 5th now. So as the some of the faster guys coming through with the reverse grid, they started further back. Oh, and then Jim! Oh, big moment from Jim, just went wide. Oh, let's don't want to pick up on people's mistakes too much, but let's just watch up from on board Jim there, because it looked like a silly mistake. Did that one, I dare say. Just got understeer, went a little bit wide, caught the grass, and then just slid across in front of JRC. JRC and Ginger Cracker incredibly lucky to get away without much more of an incident there involving White Shark Jim. They were really lucky that they didn't get collected by Jim. There was a little bit of contact, you heard it, as JRC just hit him as Jim came sliding across the track, but luckily it was nothing major and it was just a glancing blow by the sound of it. All kicked off for a little bit there, so Jim got past him and then he soon lost it and dropped back a little bit. He's actually allowed Robert Hood up into 5th position as well, so he's got past Jim after that incident. So it all went wrong there for Jim. He was having a really good race up until that point as well. Still in a very respectable position of 6th, but obviously it could have gone a little bit better. Faithful Seymour has now got the chance to chase him down, but there is quite a gap to chase down in the last 5 minutes of the race. We'll see if that develops at all, but I dare say it might not. CJW looks really good on the brakes. Every time we go on board and watch back to CJW, he's closing right up on the brakes. But unfortunately he did get it wrong that one lap where he hit the back of Pav. But other than that, he seems to be really confident and strong on the brakes. So something to note for future races maybe. There's no point in even skipping back to myself. White Shark Phil in 9th. Somewhere back in 2019 I'm driving around. back on the outside cameras. Feel like I'm getting a bit of a sore throat from doing this one. I was planning on doing a stream later as well. Dirt Rally 2 stream. So the action's well and truly died off, but the positions are still there to change if there's any incidents or any little moments from anyone. Jumping back on board with Moz, he's now well and truly on his own in this race. Got a massive gap behind him. I bet if he looks behind on the straight, he still can't see anyone behind him. So great work from Moz throughout this race, and he's worked hard to get himself through the field and then maintain that first position once he's done so. Dawson doing a similar job. It just took him a little bit longer to get through the field, so he's missed out on the opportunity to chase Moz down, but still doing a great job to get himself in second. JRC, this would be a good result for JRC if he manages to hold this final podium position to the line. We're on lap 14 now, and we've just got just over 2.5 minutes to go of this race before the timer runs out, and then we might possibly have another lap depending on how the time works out. Just watching these two mainly because they seem to be our best chance of a bit of action, really. Both of them again. Pretty even race between them. Seem pretty evenly paced. Not really pulling away or catching each other very easily. Has Robert's got any chance of catching his brother in front? Don't think so. I think he's a little bit too far back for the amount of time we've got left in the race. Jim working hard after that mistake we saw a couple of laps ago to try and make up a position towards the end if possible. So it's all gapped out between everyone now. Oh, I find myself in 9th. Faithless Emo's dropped back. Had a big moment. Oh, he's gone on the grass again there, so struggling at this point in the race. Might be something to do with his worn tyres, but definitely struggling by the look of it. So he's dropped down into 10th, and I've gained a position into 9th. Just skip through and give everyone a little bit of a glance, really, as we head towards the end. We have had a few people missing from the Fusion lobby so far, so it's worth a mention that we're missing Tall Stu. It's not turned up at all for any of the 4 races so far. Not that I'm dobbing people in or anything, I'm just mentioning. And Chewy as well, he joined us for the opening round, the first 2 races at Willow Springs and Fuji, but hasn't joined us for the second round, so hopefully we'll get these guys back in the championship. If not, it'll be unfortunate to see them go, but we will be filling their places hopefully with guys from the other leagues that will relish the opportunity to get into Fusion, and we'll see the grid full once again hopefully. Anyway, we are coming towards the very final stages of the race. Don't think there's much going on anywhere throughout the field really, so we'll just jump on board with Moz, give him some credit throughout this final lap, and watch him complete this race with an absolute brilliant result and his second win of week 2. So he's won race 3 and 4, assuming that he doesn't crash on these last couple of corners. I'm pretty sure he's not going to let me down there, and he'll get to the end. So yeah, full credit to him. 2 wins in a row, back-to-back wins in Fusion. Tells me he's a very serious competitor, and he's certainly got the pace to be able to race with anyone throughout this field. There we go, coming into the last corner. Looks to get the exit nice and neat. No pushing, there's no need, and it brings it home in first position. Well done, Moz. Congratulations. Great win in the end. And great race. Dawson in second. Well done to Dawson as well. Congratulations, coming through from the back of the field. Well done. JRC finishing in third. Great result for JRC. Podium finish. Ginger Cracker in fourth. Great result for Ginger Cracker as well, and same for Robert Hood. So really good results all round. White Shark Jim in sixth. Could have possibly had a better result until he dropped it a few laps ago. CJW finishing in seventh. Not bad for CJW at all. White Shark Phil in eighth. ADG in ninth, and then we've got Faithful Simo coming through the last corner to finish us off in 10th. So that's pretty much it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the racing that goes on from the Fusion boys. If you watch this, thank you very much. Couldn't do the replays without you, and couldn't do the racing without you, even more importantly. So yeah, take care, see you again soon. Do all that good stuff, like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you next week, if not before. Get my words out. Take care, see you again soon. Look after yourselves and try and keep yourself sane. Hopefully we will have some news soon enough about lockdown and coming out of it, and we can be normal again. Take care, thank you for joining me, I really do appreciate it. Adios, bye for now.